Okay, Internet Quiz Show, Season 1, Episode 5. I'm the inevitable HK Wager. Let's get quizzing. 1 ounce of gold can be stretched into a wire how long? 1 mile. 1 ounce of gold, a gold coin. 1 mile, 5 miles, 25 miles, 50 miles. Well, I bet it'd be pretty long. Can be stretched because of gold leaf. So let's go with 50 miles. 50 miles. It's a thin wire. Who was Charles de Gaulle? A French painter. A French literary author. He'd be a good name for a chicken. I don't know why. A French chef. A French prime minister. No insult to France. I'm just saying I think I'm going to name a chicken Charles de Gaulle. I don't know why. French Prime Minister, Charles de Gaulle. There's been some badass French over the years. Question 3. The average temperature of the Earth is 100 million degrees, 200 million degrees, 300 million degrees, or 700 million degrees. The average temperature of the Earth, 24, 28, 20, 14. Pretty cool. 57 degrees Fahrenheit. Not everybody lives at the equator. Oh, wait a second. Most people do. Lemniscate is the correct term for this symbol. Lemniscate. Not lemonscate. Lemniscate. Ohm, infinity, function, or delta. Well, if you know the ohm and you know the delta, I guess function is function. I'm going to go with infinity. Lemniscate. Question 5. Who wrote East of Eden? Damn good book. Damn good book. Hemingway, Locke, Steinbeck, or Lovecraft? Man, I love Lovecraft too. Jeez. All of those authors are badass. Hemingway was made of wood. Steinbeck. There's a famous picture of him holding a cigarette with his wrist limp facing forward. Badass mofo. Really admire the good writers. A group of apes is called a pack, a gaggle, a shrewdness, or a gang. A pack, a gaggle, a shrewdness, or a gang. A group of apes. Not chimps, not gorillas, not monkeys, apes. A shrewdness. A shrewdness. There's a name for everything. Goyanthlay is better known as Shiva, Gandhi, Geronimo, or part of the Siberian Plateau. Goyanthlay. Goyanthlay. Geronimo, Gandhi, or Shiva? Answer is Geronimo. Geronimo. Goyanthlay. Goyanthlay. The Constitution of the United States was ratified on which day? December 10th, 1805, July 4th, 1776, June 21st, 1788, or March 1st, 1781? This is hard for me to comment because I can give away the answer real easy. We're not talking about July 4th, the Constitution, not the Declaration of Independence. The United States form of government started June 21st, 1788. Ronald Reagan's middle name was Wilson, Ray, Oliver, or Stephen. Ronald Wilson Reagan, Ronald Ray Reagan, Ronald Oliver Reagan, Ronald Stephen Reagan, not to be confused with Oliver North. Ronald Wilson Reagan. A is the answer. While the author was alive, this book sold only 50 copies. Oh, the author of the book. 50 copies while alive. The Foundation, Dracula, Moby Dick, To Kill a Mockingbird. I don't think you meant to say foundation. I think the foundation. I think you meant foundation. Moby Dick. Moby Dick. Only 50 copies while alive. Man, God. Absolutely amazing. Whose nose grew when they told a lie? This question's a joke. Winnie the Pooh, Little Jack Horner, Pinocchio, Chupacabra. The Chupacabra told a lie. The nose grew. Pinocchio. Pinocchio. What's that paradox question? If you asked him, Pinocchio would explode. I don't know. The second president of the U.S. was James Monroe, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, or John Adams. Lots of JMs, lots of Johns, lots of Jameses. The second, not George Washington, the one that came after, the one who wrote the not Declaration of Independence, John Adams. Third president, Mr. Jefferson. Before 1986, Halley's Comet was last seen in 1930, 1910, 1950, 1971. You know, yours truly saw Halley's Comet in 1986. Absolutely. Giant memory. Everybody made it a big deal, and I was extremely disappointed. But the memory stuck. Every 76 years. This amendment to the Constitution changed the structure of the federal government from the Founding Fathers' vision of state legislatures electing senators to popular vote electing senators and marked the rise of the career politician. 14th, 17th, 20th, 23rd. The amendment was the 17th Amendment. Legislatures would raise a hand vote, send the person they nominated to Washington to be the senator. If they didn't vote on behalf of the in line with the legislature, they'd recall them immediately, issue a new one. No bureaucracy. It helped balance the power between the states and the federal governments, if you ask me. La Gioconda is better known as Formula One race, a famous painting, a museum in Italy, a giant mythical snake of Brazil. The answer is a famous painting. That's the Mona Lisa. Pretty awesome, pretty crowded to view it, and a lot smaller than you might think. What is misandry? Ooh. Little dab in the political waters there. Discrimination and prejudice against men, mistreatment of horses, hatred of feminists, mistreatment of women. Misandry is the opposite misogyny in a duality sort of view. Discrimination and prejudice against men. Not even going there. Which vitamin is also known as pantothenic acid? Is it vitamin K2, vitamin D3, vitamin E, or vitamin B5? Pantothenic acid. B5. In 1946, Syria was officially declared independent from which country? Interesting. It's interesting how the world has changed in the last 50 years that we don't even look back anymore, or they don't teach us about in government school. Saudi Arabia, Lebanon, Russia, or France officially declared independent from which country? France. Unbelievable. Question 19. Greater than 10,000 Americans and Filipino troops were marched to death by the Japanese at this location. Guadalcanal, Midway, Hiroshima, Bataan. Whew, man. War is terrible. War is hell. The Bataan Death March. Look it up if you want to get somber. Who did Jack Ruby kill in 1963? Any of you youngsters know who Jack Ruby is? John Lennon, Martin Luther King, Lee Harvey Oswald, John F. Kennedy. Who did Jack Ruby kill? Jack Ruby killed Lee Harvey Oswald. Last question, fill in the blank. 19 points. Worth 19 points. Get you even with your competitors. Please subscribe. That's what that says right there. Question 21. The Porcaro brothers were featured in which group? Hold the line. Love isn't always on time. No, no, no. Man, that song's good. That's a good song. Toto. Porcaro brothers. 70s ass hair and mustaches. Toto. Well, once again, this is season 1, episode 5. Thank you for playing the Internet Quiz Show. And as always, I love you.